tuning in to Chaos Culture Radio. Dropping knowledge in the studio, you already know.
Thank you for tuning in to Chaos Culture Radio. This Prince Hakeem.
And this your man, Ronnie Ron. Hakeem, man. Hakeem, this is some good news
It's
today.
A celebration.
If I had a black champagne right now, well, I just got champagne. I'm about to pop it. Because my man Bill Cosby set free.
Celebration. Good time.
Where all charges dropped.
Yep.
Released from prison. He is innocent. He is free. Like, remember free at last? Like,
for real.
Thank God Almighty, I'm free at last. This is free.
Celebration. Good time. Check this out.
Yeah.
Our beloved American dad is out of jail.
Yeah,
he overturned.
Yeah.
It's so funny that this has come to terms. The tides have been changing. And you know, a lot of people fail to understand Bill Cosby was the first person to ever get convicted under the Me Too movement.
Yeah.
Or we could say the Ephesus movement.
No, it's true. He was the first one to get convicted under the Me Too movement. That's why everybody say it was a big conspiracy with that.
It was a big conspiracy, but the funny thing is the backlash that a lot of people was getting. Felicia Rashad, who supported Bill Cosby, Howard University was going after her. I was kind of weird about that. Like, the Kid Cudi. We're talking about the guy who wore a dress is going after Bill Cosby, saying this and JID and all these other guys. And you want to know something? These guys are young. You feel me?
Right.
Now, what the problem is when you got a lot of these black guys who are tied into new white money, I said it correctly. These guys are falling to the narrative because black people, black men have always been a negative picture in America's stereotype. So they're always going to try to point to bring us down. They make us say we're over-sexualized, we're super predators. You feel me? And they're thinking that there's a lot of inconsistencies in Bill Cosby's case, which fall into this. He knew he ain't do that. And a lot of people say, oh, what testimony I heard? You think that's even factual? You don't even know if they forced him to say that stuff. You know what I mean? A lot of So when I hear that, I just think a lot of people are faking bandwagon this. And like, man, I ain't gonna even sit here and lie, man. Forget Howard University.
Yeah, no, but you know why they say that? Because they were like, oh, because he went to the civil court and he pled guilty. But sometimes they do the civil court because he don't want to do all the headache. Because remember, Bill Cosby like 80 years old and blind. So sometimes you're like, oh, let me just pay him and be done with it. But to me, it was all about the money. To me, it was all about the money because he's the most time in there. It's all about the money.
Hey, listen here. You know who we got to give credit to?
Who?
The inmates of the Pennsylvania State Correctional Facility.
Why you say that?
I want to give respect to them because they kept Bill Cosby safe. They didn't let nobody jump on his head. You listening?
Yeah, I'm listening.
The guys protected him. They looked at him as a father in there. They say Bill Cosby was in there mentoring guys. This is American Dad. You talking about somebody who's made over $100 million in his lifetime.
Mm-hmm.
But for them to be able to touch and feel Bill Cosby, it's imperative to be like, damn, this is the American's dad. So I want to give a shout out to the inmates of the Pennsylvania State Correctional Facility, the guys who protected Bill Cosby, the guys who looked after him, fed him, make sure nobody hit him, touched them, because you know how that stuff can get real ugly in there.
Yeah, especially when especially when it comes to
and stuff like that. Yeah, like yeah. So it's a beautiful thing. But I think though, Ron, let me say something. With this whole Ephesus movement that's going on, is making black men and accusing black men and convicting black men at an alarming rate. And this is the reason why a lot of us don't even want to get married or deal with women anymore like that.
It's trying to destroy the black. Trying to destroy the black man's image. Because look at Bill Cosby, someone that's very educated, built so many platforms. You talking about the Cosby Show, Different World, Fat Albert. He did shows about critical thinking. Man, list goes on and on. This man is a pure genius, especially he's a black man, so he got that black man image. And not only that, he's an alpha male. One time he actually went off on with Hughley and said, Hughley, man, because Hughley like using the N-word. He said, man, don't use that word in front of me. So he was a pure example of an alpha male.
100%.
So alpha male, they try to shut down.
Basically, but not only that, he was an example of a real father. Listen,
Yeah.
What man you know would tell a person stop using the word nigga?
Yeah. A well-known guy too. Because
you feel me? Like
known.
that's somebody who has a little bit respect for himself to be like, hey, stop using that word, brother. You have to conduct yourself a little bit more. You talking about somebody who's been in the industry and have seen racism in all forms, and he wants to hold himself. So the fact of the matter is, when he got convicted, that was on a whole nother level. I say, no, they got to get Bill Cosby out and get him out.
And not that, but he's a prime example. You saw when they shut him down, all the network, what he did. He built his own network.
Basically.
He built a own black network. You get what I'm saying? So he was the first. So like, I'm not gonna lie, I got a lot of respect for Bill Cosby. I don't, even when people are like, oh, he's accused, I was like, nah, that ain't Bill. That ain't Bill. They just making stuff up for the money. You get what I'm saying?
No, definitely. You have to. People, media, just like what Trump said, fake news, you can't believe everything
I agree.
You know what I mean? And there's an agenda out here to make black men look bad and to put us in jail and to lock us up. And it's just not fair. You know what I mean? So it's a hurtful situation. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, because he was in prison for 3 years, blind. But like you said, so it was like kind of good. They took care of Bill Cosby.
They did. You know what I mean? He lost a lot of weight in there, bro.
Mm-hmm. He looks good. Like that was a lot of people rooted for when he got out because everybody knew. To me, he wasn't even supposed to go in there.
No, man. As old as he is, but that'll let you know how America don't care. They'll put your mama in jail.
Yeah. Yeah.
They'll put your mama in jail. Matter of fact, there's a case going around where they locked up a 75-year-old lady who was in class. She was in a college class and she did not answer her probation phone. So they locked her back up in.
Yeah, I heard about that. She was like 78 years old.
78 years old, a black woman. It always comes back down to our beloved.
Cause remember, they benefit you being in jail.
100%.
When you is a business, so when you're in jail, they get more money.
Man.
And then remember, black people considered to be the hardest workers. So put them in there.
Good stock, black bucks.
Yeah. But Bill Cosby, supposedly they say he's going to do a show talking about his experience in jail and this whole thing with the trial. That's going to be...
Oh, it's going to be a hit seller.
Everybody's going to be watching.
It's going to be a hit seller.
It's going to be a hit seller because anything Bill Cosby drop is a hit seller. So, that's what I'm saying. He's a pure example of a man. I think every black man should be that image of doing for self.
Do it for self.
You get denied. You build your own platform.
Yep, a bicentennial man.
And
go out there and get it. But honestly, like if you start and look at this from another perspective, Roni, and we see this every day. You know what I mean? It's even to the point where it's so imperative for us to even open up our own business and protect ourselves and how we conduct ourselves in the street. It was so easy for them to lock that man up. Like, you have no rights here.
Yeah, with false allegation. Yeah, that's how it works. False allegation. That's why I say everything you do, you got to make sure everything is paper form. You're dealing with a woman, especially you, Hakeem, you earning up to 6 figures. You gotta start your writing papers. Like, hey, we got on a date. Hey, make sure you got it in black and white. A lot of celebrities do that when they date anybody that's under their level. They let them sign waivers.
Facts.
And that's a whole nother thing. That's a whole nother conversation there because I know people like waivers. Yeah, they sign waivers to date these people.
No, definitely. I'm asking because there's certain confidentiality things that's gonna go on.
Correct.
That you ain't gonna be able to. You ain't gonna be able to talk about once the relationship.
Correct.
You know what I mean? A person, but you're not supposed to talk about.
Yep. So it's sad that Felicia Rashad is getting a lot of backlash.
They're attacking her. That's why I say forget Howard University.
You know what I'm saying? But she's a dean at Howard University, but she kind of took back her words.
Yeah, they forced that lady to say that. I'm not going to Howard. And listen, I don't want people to get it twisted. We do support sexual assault victims. We want y'all to go and speak your mind, but man, let it be fair, man.
Yeah.
Let it be fair.
Let it be now because of you trying to get some money. Most of the time, they're trying to get money.
Or a check. Because you could put a case on somebody because you can.
Yeah.
Forget Howard University, man.
I never went to college, so you can say that all day. I ain't go to Howard.
Yeah, I ain't go to college.
You got to be careful. Hopefully you don't take it back. They ask you to go over there. And you take it back like, Howard University, I apologize. So I was drunk that day. I had too much energy.
Maybe in my sleep. Check this out. I'll go to Tuskegee, but I won't go to Howard. I'll go to a good white school.
You know, because a lot of people talk to Howard University. You know, they have Tyler Perry, P. Diddy, Jay-Z, all of them. They always go to Howard University to talk about this.
Hey, listen, I like Howard University. I love what they stand for. But when you attack Felicia Rashad and stuff like that, forget Howard University, man. I love Felicia Rashad.
Hey, she didn't even say nothing bad. All she said is say, finally, a terrible wrong is being right. Yeah. And miscarriage of justice is corrected. How that's bad?
I'm asking the same question, too.
But they say he's free. Bill Cosby free. They say he was at his mansion, relaxing and chilling with his lawyers. So, like they say, that he's going to do an interview. You know, he's going to do an interview with Oprah. That's a wrap. So
he shouldn't do no interview with Oprah or Gayle because they didn't say no because they didn't say nothing about Harvey Weinstein. They were they was just criticizing R. Kelly, criticizing R. Kelly, criticizing Bill Cosby, criticizing nothing but black men. They want us all in jail for false allegations, allegedly. Yeah. So he should not do an interview with Gayle. He should not do anything associating with no major corporation. He needs to go talk. He needs to do an interview with a small YouTube base who knows and loves and cares about him. He should not do no interviews with no big publication.
Yep. And it's so sad because Felicia Rashad, she turned off her Twitter comments because she was getting a lot of negative comments.
Yeah, she was getting like she's a woman. You actually think she's gonna go against other women about sexual assault? It's a real thing. But the thing about it is you talking about something that happened with Bill Cosby something years ago. Where a lot of the truth is not there. And mind you, you're talking about the age where everybody was popping Quaaludes. Everybody was doing drugs.
Correct.
You know what I mean? So. And the fact of the matter is, like, for him to even say that, oh yeah, I smashed, and y'all took that and said, hey, you raped me and stuff. I'm gonna have to cut that word out. Hello.
Why you gotta cut that word out?
Hey man, because YouTube will ding you. You feel me?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So you know what I mean? With that being a situation, man, it's just wild, man. It's wild.
It is wild. It was his allegation, so it's just real cool, you know what I'm saying? So it's just real cool that he got justice. Justice was served. We knew he was an innocent man. Everybody was rooting for him. When he got out, everybody was celebrating because, it's Bill Cosby. You know what I'm saying? He's the legend.
Praise the Lord.
You know what I'm saying? I did say that. I said, praise the Lord too. I was like, Bill Cosby, but, about a lot of women, like you said, was against a lot of men as well. They're like, why are you going against Bill? Bill did it. They were like, bro, at the end of the day, nobody knows. Most of the women got paid off, so you don't even know the whole story.
They was getting checked.
Yeah, they was getting checks. So how do you feel, man? Since Bill free, what's going on now?
I feel happy. I feel joyful. I can't wait for his new book to come out, new shows. I'm even ready to buy a coffee.
Yeah, he's gonna do a show on Netflix.
Yeah,
that's guaranteed. He's gonna do a show on Netflix.
Yeah, you know what I mean?
And everybody's gonna watch it. But I know you say you want him to do an interview with Oprah. I kind of do because Oprah was against him, bring them two together. No, they both, elders.
No, I don't trust her. I don't trust Gayle or Oprah. They're enemies of black men. There was a pause. There was a pause there.
It is.
Okay.
It was a pause.
Okay, that's my opinion. I say that they're enemies of the black men. Kobe, when Kobe died, they still was even talking about that man rape case that happened, and you know what I mean.
But Oprah do stuff for stories though. That's her job.
But listen here, you have to have some type of loyalty or race, just like white
I agree
people.
With you.
Yeah, white people have loyalty to their race.
I agree with you, especially her. She got a huge platform, but I don't know, for some reason I know I'm not gonna lie. I think he's gonna go over. I know that to be a fact because they know that, because remember she was talking a lot of crap about him. Two together, especially him. He's well spoken. It's just two dynamite going at it. It's good for TV.
You're right.
Because I wasn't gonna look. It's good for TV.
Yeah, you're right.
Because you're gonna let Oprah have it. Like, yo, she say this, she say that. So, but I'm glad Bill Cosby free. In my opinion, I'm glad Bill Cosby free. I'm glad he's out in the back. I'm glad he don't have to rot in prison because with all these false allegations. Of course, Felicia Rashad, she shouldn't be going through what she's going through because her comment even that harmful.
No, it wasn't. And one thing I want to say, not to mean to cut you off.
No, go ahead, boss.
all I want to say is, people, stop being a bandwagon. Have some loyalty to your race, and do your investigations first. Don't let the media do the investigations, because sometimes they can twist some things, and that's really.
I realize that though. You sounded true though.
Yeah,
Facts.
you know what I mean. Like, come on, like, yo, it was a couple dudes that they done did cases on. And you know what I mean? I'll never really go judge them guys, because I said I'm not in their case. You feel me? I got it. Like, now, don't get me wrong. If I seen video and you're muscling the stuff, and you're, you know what I mean, you're taking things, then I'm gonna be, hey, bro, you can't come over here.
True.
Like,
True that.
Like you one of the Raiders. You just a regular person, and they just put a case on you just because.
Yeah, I agree. But they need to do better with the justice system, you know, because a lot of people in jail for stuff they haven't committed. So they need to get better. And I think what they did with Bill Cosby is going to the right direction. It's going to get better.
Definitely. The tides are changing. This is season of men.
Yes. Men are coming back. We becoming men again. Yeah, you already know. So that being said, KR Culture Radio.
We out.
Man, I just appreciate y'all just listening. Stay tuned for the next episode.